First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack. Read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it. That's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a love. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Last laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm the. I'm betting on myself. Count the chips. Got it. Choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to see my shit like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the it's built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? One, I want the walk. I talk the talk. I was saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did just happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if you getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody. This is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the 50s like hated the love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apology, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. In motion right is Brown. They start the drive with a give to Allen. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Out of the gun, here's Murray. To Allen on the dump off. Finding space at the 40. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The Cardinals at 10-2 on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw, it's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He's got the first down and more. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cards are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after here coming up. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. That's complete right side to Lazard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Fields. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So here we go on 4th down. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Fields on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Here's Fields. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Well, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Murray. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call. They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
Give him 18 on that one. And the Cards are going to have a first down. They'll run with Allen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Allen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On the toss, here's Allen. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Allen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of depth.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
This is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 12, Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Come back. Come on. Hey, Ace.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throw left side complete. That's counter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On play action, it's Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
He'll find Lazard here over the middle. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
On play action, Fields.
They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Ertz over the middle.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now Allen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9, he got 8, and that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
What was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Allen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now a give. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. 1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And this will be a Bears first down as he gets this up past the 30.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
No question that one stings. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, it's Fields.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28.
To throw is Fields. And again back to Komet. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
53 yards rushing for him now on 25 carries.
On 1st down, it's Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus on.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the Bears. Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on 1st down. Allen.
Down to about the 37.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Murray keeps it himself. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Allen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. Allen And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Hey.
Now a toss play. Allen. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Arizona, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose.